Alright, what's going on, everybody? You got Air Jordan 14 back with day 17 of 23 days of J's here. And up for today is the Air Jordan 17. And these came out in 2002. And this was actually a shoe I went really in for. I really liked this shoe. Of course, MJ was back with the Wizards and played in these. These originally for, let me start with these actually, because this was the first colorway. The white, college blue and black here. And for all of the regular 17 mids, they did come in this suitcase here, and they originally retailed for $200. They came in that suitcase. They had like a DVD in there that, you know, talked about various aspects of the shoes. It was pretty interesting and everything. But this was a said $200. I remember that was a lot of money back then, and I was working at Foot Locker at the time, and that was how I got all mine. I got mine for half off on the employee appreciation deal, because otherwise, yeah, $200 is a lot of money. But with these, like I said, Jordan was back with the Wizards in these, so that's one of the reasons it's a monumental shoe. But actually, it was a good performing shoe, I thought. It was a little more, I guess, supportive in a lot of areas. If it sounds weird, almost like it was made for an older guy. But the shoe had really good support and fit around the midfoot, which I really love, because I was having problems around that area of my foot at the time, and I really enjoyed playing in this shoe. Again, it kind of had a similar setup to the 16, with the blow molded air in the back and the zoom in the front here. Very supportive shoe, so I enjoyed playing in it. It was a good shoe from a performance standpoint. You had these. I really don't want to take them off. I've never taken these off. You had this removable lace cover here. You could take it off, or like you said, you could take it off, of course. You could play in it, or you could use the second set of holes here as additional eyelets if you had a wider foot or something to that nature to accommodate that. Love that about the shoe. Yeah, the 17 was a shoe. I have every colorway except for one, and that was the Lightning that he wore in the All-Star game there, his first one back. Could never track that one down in my size, but yeah, I have every other colorway in the shoe. I really enjoy. Now this right here is the white and University blue. This is the low. They did the low in this. The Lightning, the white and Lightning that I just mentioned, and the black and chrome. So there's that. Now with this one, well, with all the lows, you have this, I guess you could call it a sock, because it doesn't have a traditional tongue. So you could wear it like that. Or I usually wore mine like that. Of course, it didn't really matter. It usually came up anyway. Doesn't really have much on performance, because it's somewhat elastic, but not really. So here is that. And I'll zoom in. Hopefully you can see the Jordan there, and what they did with the 17 with the end there. And there's that. There's the back of this one. There's the front. I didn't want to dig out all of them. I wanted to show the Crocs that I had, but I cannot find them. I don't know where I've put them. That's actually probably that, and those are my favorite two colorways. And that particular one was what MJ wore a lot post All-Star break that particular year. He wore these a couple times as well. So it's gonna close out day 17 of the 23 days of J's, and that's gonna be about it. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I did have somewhat of an interesting story about how I got this particular shoe. Not the pair, but just this shoe. I got this for free. Like I said, I was working at the sneaker store at the time. And you know how back then I used to put out, like in a display case or something, like a new Jordan or something that was coming out that week. And I think that's what this one was, and something happened. I don't know if somebody stole the other shoe or what, but shortly before I left to move, it was just sitting back there. And so they pretty much gave me the case and the shoe inside it. So, and it's ironic because it's actually my size. This is a 10.5. So, if anybody watching this has a 10.5 left in a white and college blue Jordan 17, please let me know so I can have another pair. But yeah, so that was my one little story about these. But yeah, that's gonna close out to this video about the 17. So be sure to stay tuned for tomorrow. We'll be back with day 18 and the Air Jordan 18. So this is your man Air Jordan 14 signing off. Wish everyone peace and happy kicks.